Welcome to the FAB Women event. We will be with you in just a minute. So excited to see all of you. Look at Jojo over there. Hi, Jojo. Say hi. Hi, everyone.
I love that Jojo's on. This is great. I'm so excited.
Yes, Jojo. Jojo is just a part of us. He is just amazing. He, she, it.
They.
They.
There you go. Awesome. I'm so excited. I think we've got everyone in. So
right.
There we go.
All right. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight on our FAB Women event. That is Food and Beverage Women event here at Jewel-Osco, the FAB Women with Jewel-Osco. I'm really excited to be here with all of you tonight. Thank you for being here. I want to remind you that this session will be recorded. In the comments section, you guys are welcome to make any questions or recommendations, ideas, but let's keep it on the appropriate side. I think we can do that. So my name is Mirna Franjul. I am the liquor category manager, buyer, sales manager, whatever you want to call it. I like to call myself as a person that provides the fun in the party, because usually most of us adults like to have a good time when we have a cocktail or two. I know I do. So it has been, I like to provide the fun, and it has been a lot of fun for me. So I want to tell you a little bit about what FAB Women with Jewel-Osco has meant. Hey, Jojo, you're having a beverage too. How about that? So our FAB Women with Jewel-Osco started with just an idea that a group of women here that work with Jewel-Osco and belong to the Women's Inspiration and Inclusion Network, which is our ERG for empowering women at Jewel-Osco. We came up with the idea of how do we highlight the women-owned brands that we have in our shelves that are partnering with us, and how do we grow that base? So it started out as an idea, then it went through a scavenger hunt, and then we partner up with Tracy and her team at GT Universe. And it was a tremendous partnership, because she just helped us fuel this idea. Her and her team just took off this idea and gave it life. So we had our first event last year at the Westmont store, and this one is a little bit different, but I had the pleasure, the opportunity to meet a lot of you, which I am so happy and delighted. I was in another role back then. I was doing private label. So coming to this to the side and seeing the same faces, it really inspires me, because I know that this was this is a great platform to help us continue to grow, and to hear the powerful stories that you bring to the table, as well as your inspiration, your hard work, your courage. That's what I get from you. It's a lot of courage. So thank you and welcome. I look forward to continue to grow in the partnership with you. I welcome Cynthia Bailey. She will be hosting us tonight. Cynthia, we know Cynthia from the Housewives of Atlanta. However, Cynthia has an amazing career from a model, and every time we have another FAB Women event, I learn so much about you, Cynthia. I mean, you are the strong, powerful entrepreneur. You have a very diverse career, and sometimes I feel I think it's great that the Housewives of Atlanta, it has been a great platform, but you're so much more than that. So I'm going to leave it up to you, and thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for hosting the other FAB Women event.
Well, you're so very welcome. Thank you for that fabulous introduction. And hi, ladies, entrepreneurs. I can't wait to hear about everything that's going on with you guys. I'm Cynthia Bailey. As you guys know, welcome back to another Fab Women event. I'm so excited to be back again. We had so much fun on the last one, and I was so inspired by all of you guys. Like, I thought I had it going on until I started hanging out with you guys. And I was like, wait a minute, I got to get into the food industry. There's so many other things that I want to embark on, and you guys truly, truly inspired me. So I'm so excited to be your host again today. And just really quickly, I am part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast, but I am a lot more than that as well. I go back to the modeling industry. I started my first business my first business was the Bailey Agency School of Fashion. From there, it's gone from eyewear to bags to my most recent thing is my wine cellar, which I'm so excited to talk to some of these winemaking ladies over here as well tonight. So I am so with you guys. I'm a mom as well, so I know how difficult it is to actually be an entrepreneur and try to balance having a family. I'm getting married 10-10-20. So I take my hat off to all of you women who just have like crazy full busy lives. We're living in crazy times right now, but you guys are still the bomb and you are still making it happen. I actually have an amazing partnership with Seagram's Escapes as well. I am the brand ambassador. I started out with my peach Bellini, which I pre-made for you guys. It's actually my peach Bellini with just a shot of vodka in it. So, you can always drink it by itself, but if the weekend is here, so I thought I would put a little vodka in it this time. It's absolutely delicious. And I'm so happy and grateful for my partnership with Seagram's because we are doing incredible, incredible things together. And one of the things that we love promoting is women entrepreneurs. So cheers to you guys. I'm going to take a sip. If anybody has a drink of their own, join me. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So with that said, we're going to go right ahead and just jump right in. And the first person that we're going to be talking to is Breezy Griffin, who is the founder of Skinny Dipped Almonds. And I love a good almond, so I cannot wait to hear about these almonds. I love the name Skinny Dip. Skinny Dip makes me want to jump right in the pool right now. I can't wait for that. So Breezy, tell us all about these almonds and when can I expect my shipment?
Good question. Yeah. First of all, thanks so much for having me here tonight. This is really fun. So maybe I'll share a little bit about like our origin of how we came to be and how Skinny Dipped was born. I founded Skinny Dip together with my mom, and later my two best friends joined us. The inception of the idea was about 5 years ago, almost 6, and I'm from Seattle. My family's from Seattle. We're super close, but I was actually out living in New York, as you do when you're in your early 20s, having a good time. And my younger sisters, yeah, right? My younger sister's boyfriend was diagnosed with a terminal cancer. And so I started coming back from New York to Seattle to help support my family and my sister and him and his family during the last year of his life. And after that, it kind of just made us stop, and it makes you think about what's really important and where you want your time to go. And for us, it was about finding a way to spend more time together as a family and as mom and daughter. And we have this deep love for food. For us, food is about community. It's about bringing people together. It's about long dinners around the table with people we love. So we knew that we wanted to create something delicious. And my mom and I eat a similar way, which is that we're health conscious, but we also love good food and good tasting food. And we realized that we were doing the same thing, that, we were kind of, when we go on a road trip together, we wanted something like a chocolate chip cookie, but we knew that maybe we should make a slightly healthier choice at, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we came up with this idea, which was to create a balanced chocolate covered almond. So instead of maybe like the typical chocolate almonds that you see, which are mostly chocolate with a little itty bitty almond inside, we kind of flipped that ratio around, and we wanted just a very lightly dipped chocolate almond. So we started experimenting in my parents' kitchen, dipping nuts on forks, trying every kind of almond, every kind of chocolate to get just the right balanced snack. And we also we were very ingredient conscious. For us, it's super important to have an ultra clean ingredient deck. Everything's non-GMO. Everything is from the source. We didn't want to use any shiny glaze or wax or shellac, or however you think about that kind of confectionery glaze. So instead, we started dusting our almonds in these kind of innovative finishes. So for example, we dust our raspberry in just pure raspberry. We dust our espresso in espresso.
How many flavors do you guys have?
Now we just came out with a couple new flavors. So we launched originally with cocoa, raspberry, and espresso. Cocoa's like our classic, everyone loves it. And we've just launched lemon, which is actually yogurt coated and insanely delicious, and super dark, which is vegan with sea salt, and then actually 2 cashews.
Oh, nice. I love
Yeah.
cashews.
For non-almond lovers, it happens.
No, it does happen. It does happen.
Yeah.
And how is it working with family? I kind of have my family. My sister works at my wine cellar. So how is that?
Honestly, it's so much fun. And like, I always say that we did a lot of kind of front loading, and my mom and I had to figure out how to be business partners and also how to still be mom and daughter.
Yeah. And how to draw that line, because
absolutely,
I kind of can't really boss my sister around as much as I want to. So because she's still my sister and she won't really listen to me, but like I have to like put on those 2 different hats so I can completely understand.
Yeah, and you still have to have your life with your family outside of the business, and it's easy for it to take over. But honestly, like, we spend all of our extra time together still outside of work. Same with my 2 best friends, and actually my sister's part of our business as well now. So I hear you on the sister front.
Okay, well that sounds amazing. I cannot wait to try these amazing almonds. So proud of you. Congratulations on everything. You guys, we're gonna have like everyone's information in the chat when we get done with everyone. I just want to kind of keep it moving, and if we have time at the end, I'm going to come back to you guys again and let you guys kind of read out everything, because I just want to make sure everyone knows how to get your amazing products. All right.
Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Thank you. And Mike loves almonds. My fiance loves almonds. So if you're going to send me some, send some for him and for me. Okay.
I got you.
I don't like to share everything, even though we're getting married.
You know. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to move right along. I think the next person that we're going to be talking to is, like I said, we're a little out of order. So I'm trying to catch up, you guys. I think next on the list is Dark Horse Wine with winemaker Beth Liston.
Thanks,
Beth,
Cynthia. How are you today?
how are you? Please
I'm
tell me
great.
about this wine. I can't wait to hear your whole story.
So I am a director of winemaking for Gallo, and I'm the Dark Horse winemaker, and I've been with Gallo for about 13 years. And so, about 10 years ago, the marketing team came to us and they, with basically a proposal of producing a wine. It was called 24/7. So they wanted us to make a wine that could sell for that tasted like it was $20, but sold for $7. And, as a winemaker, I think we're always looking for a new challenge in the winery. And so we were really excited to go after that. And I think, for the last decade, right, we've really been trying to iterate on that and making wine that, tastes great, but it's a really reasonable price. So think about like a weeknight wine, right? That wine you're going to go to on a Tuesday night. It's $8 a bottle and it's really going to over deliver. And, as a winemaker, I think it's fun because we've been able to really take a lot of the trends and things that we've loved, things that we've made for years in the winery, but haven't necessarily had a home for them. There hasn't been a need for them. So I think rosé is a perfect example of that.
I love rosé.
Right. And all of us on the winemaking team have always loved dry rosé, and we always made a tank of it. And we bottled up, just a handful of cases every year so we could drink them in the summer. And so it was so exciting when, right, the rest of the country got on board with dry rosé and we actually could make a lot of it. And so, projects like that have been really fun to work on. And I think same thing for Sauvignon Blanc, right? I've always loved New Zealand style Sauvignon Blanc. And so that was one of the biggest challenges. How can you make a New Zealand style Sauvignon Blanc? Out of California grapes, out of Central Valley California grapes, right, where it's 100 degrees in the summer. And how can we learn from winemakers in New Zealand on how they're managing temperature and fermentation rates and things like that. So it's been an incredible brand to work on. I think we continue to innovate. Cans are really popular. So I think especially now as people's consumption patterns are changing a little bit. I know for me, right, every day we end on the porch in the front yard. The dogs and our 5-year-old go crazy, and we're drinking wine out there, and canned wine is awesome for that. You're not worrying about breaking things as you're running around in the yard. And so it's fun to.
The quarantine with
what was that?
How did you guys do during the quarantine? I mean, I know I drank plenty of wine during my quarantine time, so
yeah, our consumption has gone up a little bit for sure. We have a brand new baby, so we have a 5-month-old, so it's trying to balance working from home, going into the winery for tastings, managing 2 kids. My husband just went back to work this week, so it's definitely been a stressful year, but we're like everyone in the country, right? We're figuring it out, and it changes every week. So
exactly. How do you guys pick your grapes?
So really everything it's based on taste, right? So something like Sauvignon Blanc, I think is where we spend a lot of time in the vineyards. And so really looking for some thiols, for some really nice tropical flavors, some greens. We work with a lot of different growers across the Central Valley. So some of them are Gallo owned, some of them we have long-term contracts with. And so it's just spending a lot of time out in the vineyards as the grapes start to ripen and making those calls.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. And
thanks so much.
I don't have to say that I look forward to getting a little care package from you as well. So I can see what all the hype is about with your amazing wine. So
thanks, Cynthia. Yeah, we'll definitely make sure we some bottles find their way to you.
Well, please do. You won't have to look too hard. Okay. I'll get that information. All right, you guys, we're going to keep the party going. Thank you so much for sharing that, Beth. I really do love hearing about winemakers. I'm obviously very interested in wine, and I'm probably going to eventually do my own private label wine and all that good stuff. So we're going to, with that said, we're just going to keep on going. And our next Fab woman we have on board is the creator of Cupcake Wines, Jessica Tomei. Jessica Tomei. Okay. All right. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm good. So what's up with Cupcake Wines? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so Cupcake, we are a globally grown brand. So we started in 2008 with Chardonnay out of California. And then we're one of the first globally grown brands. So one of our next wines was Sauvignon Blanc. We make Sauvignon Blanc in New Zealand. We have a Pinot Grigio, Prosecco, Moscato d'Asti from Italy. We have a Malbec from Argentina. And then we have the majority of our wines are grown in California. So I'm the senior director of winemaking, and I reside on the Central Coast in Monterey County. So one of our best-selling wines is our Chardonnay, our Monterey County Chardonnay, which is barrel fermented, goes through malolactic fermentation, and it's been a really fabulous brand to work on. And it over delivers quality for the price point. So what I love is that it really brings wine to every day, like it's something that you can enjoy, that you don't have to break the bank to have your glass of Chardonnay. And it's joyful. Really, we think, our tagline is choose joy, and it doesn't have to be, like, wine doesn't have to be snobby or, it's just fun. It should be part of your daily life. This is my 20th, going into my 20th harvest.
Wow.
Actually, more than that, because I've worked around the world, but going 2020. So I started in 2000 making wine, and this will be my first harvest during a pandemic, though. So it is definitely a challenge of new working conditions, keeping everybody safe so that we can continue to make delicious wines and get them out, so that we have our fabulous partners that sell the wine for us and get it into onto everybody's table to drink. Right. So that's going to be the challenge this year. And one of the really exciting things that I'm also a mom. I have 3 kids, and keeping really.
How do you balance all of that? Family and business.
Yeah.
We're in a mom as well.
Yeah. It's good. It's good for the kids to see it's good to see their parents working and their mom working and being successful and loving what they do. So I love that we can bring that joy into, from work into the house. And they are definitely, like my middle son, when I would was not working for Cupcake at the time, but working on a smaller wine brand. I would bring him with me into the cellar to taste the tanks. And he was in a stroller and I was, tasting, spitting. And then I got home and he had a sippy cup and he would stir it
around. That's so cute. That is adorable. How did you come up with the name Cupcake Wines? I think that's such an adorable name.
So I've been working with Cupcake since the end of 2013. So it started, so I'm lucky enough to work on Cupcake, but it was during the cupcake craze, and it was another woman who started the brand, and she really was like, I think this is going to do really well. And there were some no's at the beginning, but once they started, they sold it to one account, and they saw that it was doing really well. They knew they had something, because I think it's easy to say. It's not like, it's very approachable brand name, and
that's fun.
Really fun. I think we just now are launching, this is really fun because during a pandemic, we're launching a new brand called Lighthearted by Cupcake, which is going to be our, it's a better, like be a low alcohol, low calorie, low sugar, gluten-free, vegan-friendly wine that we're just now getting out into the market. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be also delicious to try.
Right. Well, we'll be looking out for it. Thank you so much, Jessica, and congratulations, and continue success to you. And again, you guys, all the information will be in the chat. You guys will be able to circle back and make sure you get all the information on these wonderful ladies' amazing products. Next, we have coming up Jamie from Imagery Wines.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. So you're in the wine business as well, I see.
I am.
And I'm excited to hear all about what you have going on as well, and about the history and the whole art behind your logo and all of that good stuff. So welcome, Jamie. What do you have happening?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here, especially on a Friday afternoon. So Imagery's actually been around for 30 plus years. And my dad, Joe Benziger, started Imagery. So my family's originally from White Plains, New York. And my uncle Mike moved the family from White Plains to a little town in Northern California called Glen Ellen. And it was their dream to start a winery. And so we started Benziger Family Winery. So it was back in the early 1980s when Benziger was started. And then my dad moved out, my mom moved out with my older sister, Kelly, to help the family with the winery. And it was during those first years that my dad was was in the shadow of his older brother. And my dad's a larger than life personality, and he didn't want to be in the shadows of his older brother anymore. So he was noticing these kind of single vineyard, single varietal grapes come on the crush pad and then get lost in these big blends. So he decided to keep some of these fermentations separate and not do any blending at the time, and bottle them on their own because they were standalone quality wines. And it was at this time that Imagery was kind of born. And Dad, kind of going against the grain of the family, really wanted to focus on kind of more your lesser known varietals, or we call them esoteric varietals, like Tannat, Raul de Go, Albarino, Riesling, just stuff that people weren't really focusing on at that time, back in the early 1980s. And it was also during this time that Dad actually met a local art professor named Bob Nugent, who was a professor at a local college here in Sonoma County. And Bob approached Dad and was like, hey, I think it would be amazing if we put artwork on wine. So I've always wanted to do that. And Dad, kind of being a little bit of a black sheep of the family, presented it to the partnership, which was his brothers and sisters. And they turned him down for about a year. And finally, after a year of like being a pain in their butt, he got them to go along with this. And those little small batches of wines and the artwork became imagery. And so for 30 years or so, we've been only about a 15,000 case production winery. And you see some of like this artwork right here. So we commission artists from all over the world to create really unique pieces of artwork. And then we put them on each vintage varietal of wines. But it was back in 2016 that I joined the winery. So I didn't just get hired back into the family business growing up. They made me kind of go what we call our family like the flaming hoops of fire. So I wasn't just like, okay, Jamie, there's a full-time job, come back and join the winery. I had to work for it. So I did harvests, in New Zealand. I also worked at other wineries here in Northern California and in the Delta, and then in different areas in the vineyard. And so back in 2015, joined the winery. I got to be mentored underneath my dad, Joe. And in 2017, he retired and I took over winemaking for Imagery. But 2016, we got together and kind of decided on a concept of how to get imagery on a national level, because we only had, these direct consumer wines that were just selling through our tasting room and our wine club. So to get imagery on the national level, we created this tier of wines that Jewel-Osco has done amazing with. And to keep in line with the imagery history, we focused on the traditional varietals like Chardonnay. And then we blended a little bit of a lesser known varietal into it to give it a little bit of an imagery twist. Okay. So
how many different types of wines do you have?
So that we sell nationally, we have 4 different wines. So one is our Sauvignon Blanc that we blend some Muscat in. We have Chardonnay that we put Chenin Blanc in, more of a Chablis style. And then we have Pinot Noir that we add a touch of Petit Verdot into there, so making a little bit more of a structured kind of beefy Pinot. And then we have a Cab that we blend some Petit Syrah into it. So nothing's 100% varietal, but we know that's what sells on the national level. And it's always fun to do some blending, I think, as a winemaker, and really put your thumbprint on the wines. So it's been a lot of fun. And 2017, I got married, Dad retired, and then we launched Imagery nationally. So it was a big year, but a lot of fun. I'm very grateful for the opportunity and to be able to join tastings like these.
Well, I love it. I love the labels. I love the images. I'm looking forward to trying it as well. So congratulations to you. And we're gonna keep moving right along. So that was awesome, Jamie. Love to know about all the art and everything that you guys have going on.
Come visit.
So how about everyone watching at home? Tell us in the chat what your favorite paintings was and what your favorite moment from the event has been so far. I think for sure I just love like all the different directions that you ladies have gone with your wine businesses. It's like just really inspirational. And as someone with a wine cellar, you guys are definitely motivating me and inspired me to kind of think outside the box. And again, I always love and applaud entrepreneurs that are also moms. And, I love that you guys are, you have your families working with you as well. So, it takes a village. It takes a village and a lot of ambition. So I salute you guys and applaud you guys on that. So moving right along, we are going to ease on down the road to Miss Elizabeth Jetter of Blue Vodka. Hi, Elizabeth. What you got going on?
So I have the most delicious fruit-infused vodka-based liqueurs. So they are real fruit infusions. Nothing artificial is added. We have a blueberry as well as a citrus. What I've done is I've actually created in advance one of our favorites, and our product, I must tell you, it is
That
a
looks
great
great.
product at an affordable price. So this is our wild blueberry, and it is mixed with Simply Lemonade, and it is just a fan favorite all the time. I mean, you can do so much with it, and people actually, top it with all kinds of fruits, and it's a party favorite. We have heard that it is the card parties drink of choice. So
It looks delicious. What is that you're drinking right now, and how did you make that? Like, what's inside that?
yes, so this one is 2/3 of Simply Lemonade
Mm-hmm.
and 1/3 of our wild blueberry vodka-based liqueur.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And spicy fruit is there, or is that ice?
There's ice and pineapple on
Oh.
top. And so I have another one for you that I want to make. This is another product that is carried at Jewel, and they are quite delicious. And so these are aloe vera products. And so one is an original and the other is a pomegranate. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the original, and I'm just going to mix that with our wild blueberry as well. And so we're doing 3 ounces of the original aloe vera salvia and 1 ounce of our wild blueberry. Well, I would just eyeball it, but anyway. So, and then we top that with a little lemon. And this is one of the most refreshing drinks that I've ever had in my entire life. So, you know how people are doing more of the seltzers, they want to keep it light while having a cocktail and enjoying the cocktail. Well, that definitely gives you that opportunity as well. And so we have a couple of different recipes that we do with the various aloe veras. And it's just great. And I'm hoping that we go ahead and just package this either canned or either canned or what is the plastic kind of packaging, so people can just pick it up and have it at their leisure when they're out partying or at the beach or however it shows up for them.
Okay. What inspired you to get into the vodka business? The liquor?
Yes. So my husband and I, we were trekking back to the Midwest from California, and I was working on technology, a wearable technology. And anyway, we were just, interested in really working for ourselves and not putting in all of that time and energy for other people's companies. And the long and the short of it, we met our other co-founder who was working on a cure treatment for breast cancer at the time. Well, you had me at a cure treatment for breast cancer, right? Anyway, his grandmas were infusers. So he comes from a long line of women who infused fruit and liquor.
Oh, okay.
When we tasted the wild blueberry, it was like, this is it. And we really wanted to be able to share it with other families in the world. And that's how we began.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. And I'll be expecting a package from you as well, my friend, my new friend. And for everyone at home that's watching, make sure you guys go and pick up a bottle from your local Jewel-Osco store, ladies. All right. So we're going to keep it going. Now, this is good. Like, I feel like, I just can't wait to really have a glass of wine after like talking to you guys and just wind down, no pun intended, for the weekend. Next, we have up 2 sisters, Ann and Sarah of Bravazzi's Hard Italian Soda. So Ann and Sarah, hello, ladies. Hi, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much. We're excited. I'm excited to be here. So I'll tell you a little bit about how our company was started, and I'll tell you a little bit about our brands, and then I will let Anne also tell you a little bit about her background and how we got started as well. So I spent, goodness, 11 years. Sometimes I forget how long it was in corporate America, working in the, oh, good looking koozie there, Stephanie. Working for Miller Coors in the beer business. And so I did that for many years, really climbed the ladder there, and owe a lot to my experience there and really learning alcohol and in particular the beer business. And so during that time I had many different jobs, but one of my jobs was I ran the new product innovation team for many years. So I created brands like Red's Apple Ale for Miller Coors. I created Smith & Forge hard cider for them and many of their new brands. And then in the end, I was running all of Coors Light and Coors Banquet. And it was a wonderful experience, but it's interesting to hear Elizabeth just say that, you start to realize, wow, I can do this. And here it is. I've been doing it in this big corporate setting, but gosh, wouldn't it be great to do this more for myself? And so that was really kind of the inspiration to get started. And early on, and our third partner is actually a gentleman who used to own a beer distributorship. And so I knew him from my days at Miller Coors. And we were literally at lunch one day and talking about my experience in new product innovation and how I knew how to create these brands, and he knew the distributor network. And so literally that day we were like, maybe we should do this for ourselves. And 2 weeks later we were incorporated and off and running. So what I found when I was working in big, corporate America was we were always innovating for to solve their problems, and not necessarily to solve consumer problems. And so this was really my chance to create something that I really wanted to drink and that I wanted to hold in my hand, and that I felt fit, a need. If it was something I wanted, I felt like other consumers were going to want it too. So we are technically considered a beer by the government. However, we don't use malt or hops. So it's kind of an interesting process. What we do is we take all natural 100% pure sugar cane, but then we brew that sugar cane like a beer, and we actually use a wine yeast. So very untraditional ingredients, but we apply that to a very traditional process, which is brewing. And then we create our products. So the one that Cynthia just mentioned is Bravazzi, which is a hard Italian soda, the first ever hard Italian soda. So basically, if you think San Pellegrino, the one with the foil on top, but with alcohol and half the sugars, and you get Bravazzi. So it's literally hard.
What's the percentage?
What was that?
What is the percentage of alcohol in it?
Yeah, so it's 4.2% alcohol. So it's the same alcohol content as a light beer. So I think when you taste it, we use real fruit and vegetables juice in it. So it's all natural, nothing artificial. And so you can drink it on its own, straight from the can. You can pour it over ice. They have this beautiful natural color to them. Or you can, as you did, Cynthia, with your Seagrams, you can mix it with, maybe a little vodka. I love the grapefruit with just a shot of tequila, and it's like the simplest, easiest Paloma ever. So we have some really fun recipes as well on our website.
And how many?
Our other brand, Jewel-Osco.
I just heard you say grapefruit. How many flavors do you have? Does it come in?
Yeah, great question. We have 4 flavors. We have blood. This is the blood orange. We have grapefruit. We have clementina and limonada. So we went with some of the Italian flair there for those. And Bravazzi, and what it stands for is brava, which means good in Italian, and fizzy. So Bravazzi is good and fizzy. And then our other brand is It's Spritz, which Jewel is just hitting the Jewel-Osco stores right now. So we're really excited about that. And these are cocktail spritzers ready to drink in a can. So the one I've been enjoying is cucumber lime twist with a hint of mint. We have an elderflower citrus, which is a touch of a splash of citrus, which is like a Saint Germain and Prosecco. It's so good. And we have a golden pear, which is a touch of honey. So with that, I'll let Anne tell you a little bit about her joining the company and when she joined us.
Okay. All right. Hi, Anne.
Hi. Yeah, so Sarah and I actually met in new product innovation at Miller Coors, which is really where I fell in love with new products. And I had actually moved with the brewery out to California and spent some time working in the grocery world, actually with Safeway at the time. And I had then left the brewery and was working in spirits. So I went to work for Campari, and I had worked on Sky Vodka and the tequila portfolio, and was just in a new role. And Sarah was in town, and we were just catching up over breakfast. And she told me what she had been working on, and she told me about the brands that she had created. And I remember just seeing the Bravazzi packaging and falling in love because it was so beautiful, and also just being so excited because as a consumer, every single time I went to the grocery store to buy beer and to shop that aisle, I would look around and say, you know, I love beer, I'm a beer girl, but I don't always want beer. And there wasn't anything in the middle that really spoke to me in terms of being really high quality, and also really delicious and flavored. And so fell in love with the brands kind of in concept. And then a few weeks later, I was in Chicago and went by Sarah's house, and she was like, you know, just come on by. I really want you to taste them and let me know what you think. And the first of our products that I tasted was the Bravazzi grapefruit. And the second I tasted it, I knew I was like quitting my job in corporate America and joining a startup. It was like, I think a month before my wedding. So the timing was not good for like totally different reasons up there, but I knew I needed to be part of the team that brought these to the world. And so, yeah, that was,
some of these drinks. This sounds amazing. Like you basically changed your life after tasting this.
I know they'll make you quit your job in my case. And actually, we just launched in Atlanta, so we can get some product over for you to taste. But
yes,
but yeah, it's been awesome. That was in late 2016, and then we launched both brands in spring of 2017, and just started that year in a couple of test markets. Had great feedback from consumers and distributors and retailers, and then we're really thankful that we've been able to really accelerate our expansion. Partners like Jewel-Osco saw us and took a chance on a small company. There are a lot of companies that have female entrepreneurs behind them, and it's amazing to meet everybody here, and especially in the alcohol industry, there are so few of us, and so to have partners who then help us grow and reach more consumers and reach more markets has been really amazing.
Wow. Well, congratulations. And, to your point, once I started my partnership with Seagram's Escapes, I realized just really what a male dominated industry that the alcohol industry is. So I just love seeing all these amazing women in the industry. I feel like you guys are my alcohol sisters, my spirit sisters. So congratulations to all of you guys, and your products sound amazing. And I am not joking about receiving some of these products to try. I really am excited for you guys, and I want to definitely help support. And for everyone that's on here and at home that's watching as well, you guys can go in the chat. I'm going to let everyone say your social media handles and everything. We have a little bit of time. I did a great job of making sure you guys were on time, and you guys did a wonderful job of telling us all about your product. So
we actually have one more. Lauren Brill actually hopped on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Lauren. I thought I called on earlier. Hi, Lauren. Okay. Well, we're going to jump over to Lauren now, and then I'll kind of wrap it up. And then if we have time when Miss Lauren is done, I'm going to let everybody shout out their last little moments and social media handles, because I really want you guys to support these women and their amazing products. Hey, Lauren, what you got going on?
Hey there. I know I'm the last one, so I can be quick. But I'm Lauren Brill. I'm the founder and CEO of Sweet Lauren's. And Sweet Lauren's is an all-natural, clean ingredient cookie dough brand. We're the #1 natural cookie dough brand in the US, actually. And Jewel-Osco has been such an amazing support. From the very beginning, we have our fudgy brownie and chocolate chunk place and bake flavors with you guys. And then also both of our edible cookie doughs that come in a jar. We have chocolate chunk and birthday cake that you just scoop out and can eat and enjoy. So our whole goal is to make a delicious treat that you can have and snack, but have it be made of really clean ingredients. So our products not only just really delicious and high quality, but we're gluten-free certified, vegan certified, we're plant-based, we're dairy-free, and we're peanut and tree nut free.
Okay.
So, if you have people in the family with food allergies or certain dietary,
my daughter Noelle is allergic to nuts, so
there you go. It affects the whole family.
A very happy woman right now.
Affects the whole house. Yeah. And people love it. And, yeah, especially if you have a dietary restriction, you've never had something like ours on the shelf before, because it's normally just kind of the big guys on the shelf that, don't necessarily have clean or, healthier ingredients as their kind of purpose. So, so that's Sweet Lauren's.
Oh, wow. Well, it sounds amazing. I mean, the only thing I can think that is better than a cookie is actually eating the cookie dough. So I'm all in. I'm all in.
We've made all of our products safe to eat raw because of you, because of exactly that everyone, I think a lot of our customers like to eat a little raw and then bake some as well. So we've just made everything safe so you can indulge and not worry.
Yes.
And it comes in very convenient packaging. So it's found in the refrigerated dough section.
Okay.
And it comes in once you open the package, there's 12 portions of dough in there. Okay. So you could literally take out 2, put it in your toaster oven and make 2 for yourself. So it's very portion controllable. And then for a mom who's like super busy and trying to feed everyone in the house, you could throw all 12 on a pan and all of a sudden dessert's ready in 10 minutes and you don't have to do dishes and there's no stress. And, I guarantee you warm cookies are a crowd pleaser no matter what home, so we've just been really grateful that during, quarantine over the last couple of months, that we've been able to actually grow during this time and feed many homes and keep a lot of people feeling, keeping some joy happening in people's homes and, and keeping their families well fed while, saving them time and money, because it costs a lot to buy each of these ingredients separately.
Yes.
Like chocolate chips alone are expensive. So
and it's time consuming, like it just, to actually do it from scratch or whatever. So
yeah. Unless you love baking, and have hours to kill every day, it's exhausting. And so we want to make moms and dads feel like superheroes, and it's also fun with kids. I mean, if you have kids home and they're not in school or at camp and you need a fun project, baking is a fun project, and you can make a lot of recipes with our cookie dough
project.
Yeah. So like our website, sweetlorens.com, and our Instagram has just a ton of recipes, really easy, super easy, I promise, recipes you can make with our cookie dough. So, it can just be kind of a fun activity. And
what were the flavors you guys have?
So our website, Sweet LORENS, shows them all. But at Jewel-Osco, we have fudgy brownie, which is like legit, like a rich chocolate brownie, but in the form of cookie dough. And then we have chocolate chunk, which is our original delicious classic. So those come in the place and bake, so they come in portions. You can bake them or eat them raw. And then we have 2 jars of edible cookie dough that are just meant for eating raw. They're very creamy. You can scoop them and eat them raw. We have a birthday cake made with natural sprinkles.
A birthday cake.
And then a chocolate chunk. It's game over. They're delicious, and really fun, especially in the summer as it gets hotter and stuff. It's
I get it. You don't even have to explain.
You can put in ice cream, your own ice cream. So, and baking is a stress reliever. So hopefully,
and we're living some stressful times. So
totally. So that's our goal: make people happy, relieve some stress and anxiety, and make food delicious but healthier.
Well, you made me happy already just knowing that I'm going to be receiving a package of some of your great products soon.
Awesome.
So, thank you so much, Lauren. Sure. And I'm going to jump back up to Jessica. Jessica, just really quickly, just kind of give us a little recap of your stuff, super quick, your Instagram, website, anything anyone can go to get your product.
So we, so cupcakevineyards.com, and we have a lot of different wines for you to try. And we have a new wine coming out. And we also on Instagram, Cupcake Vineyards, we're doing sips and dips. So you can join us on almost every Friday. We'll do a tasting and a pairing with some dips. So.
All right, sipping and dipping. All right, speaking of dipping, we're going to dip over to Jamie. Jamie?
Yeah, so you can visit us at imagerywinery.com or follow us on Instagram at Imagery Winery. So, and our website, you'll see everything. You'll see our direct-to-consumer wines that you can also purchase online, or the 4 national wines that we also sell in Jewel-Osco.
Awesome. So nice to meet you, Jamie. Bethany?
Nice to meet you too.
Let us know.
Oh, yep. So you can follow us on Instagram at Dark Horse Wine, and our website's the same, darkhorsewine.com. All the wines and all the information about them is there. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Bethany. And Elizabeth.
Yes, so you can find us on Instagram at Blue, BLEU Vodka, and also www.bluevodka.com, BLEUvodka.com.
Awesome. Sarah and Annie, whichever one of you guys want to.
So you can find Bravazzi at it's bravazzi.com, so BRAVAZZI.com, and we are Drink Bravazzi on Instagram, and we're actually doing a really fun Instagram contest right now because we all can't travel right now, and so we're asking people to take us on a trip to Italy, and so it's called Bravazzi Loves Italy, so check it out. And then our other brand, It Spritz, is ITZSPRITZ.com, and then at It Spritz on Instagram.
All right. So congratulations to all you amazing women. Again, this was so much fun and so inspiring and motivating. You know, being an entrepreneur is not easy, even though you guys make it seem super easy. However, I know that it's not. So I hope that everyone that joined us today is motivated and inspired. Thank you so much, Jewel-Osco, for hosting such an amazing event. Thank you for having me as your host. Again, I cannot tell you guys enough how empowering it is to just really sit and talk with women about businesses. And again, like including families and, you know, friends that come together to create businesses and still doing a, you know, a kick butt job, you know, being a mom in such a crazy, uncertain time right now. I think this is the best time ever to really focus on how to make money at home and, you know, just think outside the box and be outside the box and be creative. And you women are already on the forefront of all of those things. And I appreciate you guys so much. Many blessings to you all and good luck to you. Continued success with all of your businesses. So thank you guys for joining, everyone. And I'm your girl, Cynthia Bailey, again from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you're ever in Atlanta, please make sure you stop by the Bailey Wine Cellar. I think we all could use, speaking of wine, I've been talking about wine for an hour now and all kind of great things, almonds and cookie dough, which all work with wine. Thank you very much. Please stop by the Bailey Wine Cellar. And if you guys are housewife fans, continue to watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta and just support each other. You know, women, we do a lot. We do a lot. And I don't think we get the credit that we deserve, but I applaud you women and thank you so much and God bless.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like 5 minutes early, right?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Now I'm running a tight ship. This is good. I was like,
You were awesome.
points out, and we got to move along because I want to circle back and make sure everybody has all the information. Is there anything, Stephanie, do you want us to jump off? We want to try to talk about some other things for the next 5 minutes?
If anyone wants a FAB gift bag, we have some exclusive coupons and Bravazzi koozies. So if you want any of those, I put the information in the chat, but just email stephanie@gtuniverse.com and we'll send you a whole gift bag of these fun coupons from all these women-owned businesses that you've heard from this entire series.
And if you live in the Chicago area, you can stop by your local Jewel-Osco and pick them up in your favorite FAB department and grocery store. It was good seeing you, Lauren, and everyone. Thank you so much. I look forward. I want to do this now every month.
It's really amazing. It's amazing to come together and really talk about, you know, different businesses and the inspirations and the motivations behind it and just how they make it work.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Right. Have a great weekend, you guys.
God bless.
Safe.
Thank you.
All right. Love everyone. All right. Bye-bye.